Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D, the Wild Man, coming at you again with another episode of Coach D Media. Now, you know I do with Coach D Media. I talk about all things combat sports related, from the highs to the lows. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Now, I wasn't going to do it because Sean Strickland lost to DDP, and, it wasn't the best fight. I was like, okay, to me, it was 1-1 because I thought Sean Strickland beat DDP the first time. So he got a rematch. I said, hey, let's see where it goes. Sean got his nose busted. He didn't really do anything different. Lost the fight. I said, hey, it is what it is, right? But the amount of flack he got for him losing, I like, all right, now I got to say something. Because to me, listening to Sean in his car talk about how everything went down was the real Sean. Now I can respect that Sean. It wasn't Sean the entertainer like at the press conference or when he's on a podcast trying to get some views or clicks. It was Sean the fighter who's catching a bad spot. Now he's being himself, realizing, look, this shit is hard, right? Fighting for the UFC, it's not easy, people. We as fans, we look for every fighter to be superhuman, be able to walk on water, be able to kick down mountains, be able to fly to the sun and back, and be ready to fight the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it is. We're, at the end of the day, it's real people. That's why I talk so much shit when we buy into the bullshit, right? People are people. Some days you got it, some days you don't. You see what I'm saying? Right? We want too much from fighters sometimes. We expect them to be on point simply because we buy a ticket or pay-per-view. Sometimes shit don't go the way you want, right? And listening to Sean talk, he was like, look, man, shit is crazy out here in these streets. I like, man, that's the Sean I wanted to see. I didn't get down with that. But what really got me was his daggone coach, right? Going live, I heard him on Ariel Hawani and whoever else he went to, right? Talk about how disappointed he was and Sean not listening and yada, yada, yada. I get it, but the coach kind of made it a little bit about himself. I only train champions and all that kind of good stuff. How do you think Sean must have felt hearing his coach say that? I only train champions, right? Who the F wants to hear that? Right? Hey, if I could be champion, I'll be champion. Sometimes shit don't go right. But I bet you like all that daggone money when I won the belt the first time. I bet you got happy when your check was looking good and I was getting these great paydays. Yeah, you was all shits and giggles then, huh? Right? But now shit don't go the way you like. I'm having a fucking rough spot. Here you go to my only change champions. I done told that coach to kiss my mother effing ass. Right? Because now the coach is making it about, hey, look, fame could be a mother effer now, right? Now that you the spotlight, when things was going good and using the spotlight of training, you was the coach of a champion, right? That kind of fame with your ass a little bit. Hey, I'm a coach that trains champions. Now shit ain't going right. Now you want to go on a freaking podcast and talk that noise, right? That's hot garbage, right? First of all, as a coach, you should have recognized from the jump that Sean was having problems. Right? The fact that you couldn't recognize it, right? And you don't know what the hell going on, that means you don't know your fighter or your fighter don't trust you. If a fighter can't tell you what's going on or you're not willing to listen, then the F with it. Now, I get it. This is a title fight. Money's on the line. I get it. But that's the way the game goes. Some days you get a shot. Some days you don't. Sean is obviously that guy because he got the shot. If he wasn't that guy, he wouldn't have. Right? But you want to say you only train champions? Man, F all that. This Erick Nicksick, whatever the hell his name is, he ain't the coach. That's why he's gone. Now go find you another champion, Nick. But who's going to trust you if you willing to go on social media and shit on your fighter? Right now, granted, everybody was saying I heard it, you had good things to say, but apparently you wasn't reaching your fighter. Right? So what do you say now? If you're a coach that can't reach your fighter, why are you coaching him if he don't listen? You know why you coaching him? Because he had the belt and you was making money with him. That's why you was coaching him. If he was a fighter that would never listen, why train him? Right? Act like you don't know what's going on. You're supposed to know your fighter. But now that shit's not going your way, or you missed out on some real money, or you missed out on the title like you wanted, right? Now all of a sudden, Sean ain't that guy no more, right? Well, apparently you don't got to worry about it because you may not be in Sean's corner no more. And look, I'm on Sean's side. How crazy is that? Because at the end of the day, Sean is just a fighter trying to get through this shit that's the UFC. Look, and then look at all the fighters that's going down here. Adesanya going down, right? So many fighters is catching hell right now because being a fighter in UFC is not easy. To be on the top of the heap and stay there is not easy. Only a handful of fighters have done it. And Strickland could be better. Strickland could do different stuff, right? But it is what it is sometimes. Hell, I listened to freaking Chael Sonnen talk, and I was on Chael's side with this. And you know, I don't even like Chael. So how crazy is that? So yeah, if Sean didn't drop you, he should drop you. You're obviously not the coach for him. If you're going to go on a podcast and, you know, you can say, hey, it didn't go our way. You know, all we got to do is get back to the drawing board and do better. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, I tried to give him advice. It didn't work out. Yeah, shit happens. That should have been the extent of your conversation. But you acting like you only train champions? Nah, bruh. The hell with that. That's garbage, right? And like I said, the reason I'm this passionate is because I'm a coach, right? I coach fighters. A lot of them were amateurs. I didn't have that many pros, right? And I wasn't always going for pro titles, but I was going for amateur titles. I know the process of keeping your fighter in the game with nerves and shit going wrong and injuries and staff and all the stuff that Sean was going through. You already knew shit gets in his head, and sometimes he has self-doubts. He told you that all the way through. But now all of a sudden it's brand freaking new, right? When the guy was struggling, got his nose busted, shit ain't going his way, you think he have enough problems? And here you are, only trains champions. I only want guys who are willing to be champion. Get the fuck out of here with that. Anyway, that's all I got. Got me on the sides of the guys I don't even fucking care that much about, right? But when you being real, like Sean was in that car, you can't help but man to man, you can't help but respect it. Shit don't always go your way, right? But in this sport of entertainment, like a UFC can be, sometimes you're forced to be on the best at all times. It don't work like that. Some days you get fucked up and you don't go your way. Simple as that. All right, that's all I got. Man, F this coach. This is Coach D, doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it. To hear from me again, peace out.